Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're okay. First things first, let's make sure we're in tune. So, if you're not in tune, go back and watch the tuning video and then come back and we'll start where you left off here. I'm just going to go through my strings quickly so you can check. Okay, today we're going to be looking at Old Town Road. So just a reminder of how that sounds. Okay, so it looks a little bit tricky to start with, and it is a little bit tricky to play, but with enough practice we can definitely get there. So I just want to touch on a few points. So when we're playing Smoke on the Water using the chords, we are playing over two different strings, okay? So we're playing with the two ones in the middle. So we're opening with them open together. Then we're playing the third fret of the D string and the G string. Then the fifth fret of the D string and the G string. Okay? Now that's really cool. That gives us a really easy chord to play. Well, with Old Town Road, we're still playing with chords, okay? But we're spacing our strings out even more, okay? So it is still only two strings and two fingers. However, the spacing is a little bit wider. Now, the reason this makes it a bit more difficult is because we have to stretch our fingers a little bit further. So, the first chord, okay, is this one here. So, we're on the 4th fret of Fatty, or Biggie, okay? So 4th fret here, and we're going to use our first finger. So we're going to hold down him. Now just play that string and that fret to make sure you've got a nice sound coming through. If yours sounds like this, you're not pressing hard enough. If it sounds like this, you're not pressing hard enough. So we need to make sure we've got a nice strong note, okay? And then we're going to play with another note. So either use your middle finger or your ring finger for this. Okay, and it's the 5th fret of the G string. Okay, so you can either play it like this with this finger or like this with this finger. Okay, and what we're going to do is just like with Smoke on the Water, when we plucked those two strings together, we want it to be nice and clear. So we're just going to use this technique where we have our thumb and our pointy finger. Okay, thumbs on the E string, pointy finger on the G string, and we get that sound, which is what we want. So let's just recap where we are. Index finger or first finger on the 4th fret of the E string, then either your middle finger or your ring finger, I like to use my ring finger, on the 5th fret of the G string. Okay, now just play those strings individually. Okay, and just make sure you're getting a nice clear sound. Now remember, if you're getting this sound, it's because you're not pressing hard enough, so we need to make sure they come through really clear. And once you've got those coming through nice and clear, what we're going to do is put our thumb on our E string, our pointy finger on the G string, and play those just twice. Okay, so we get that sound. If you're using your middle finger, it would look like this. Okay, so we've got either this one or this one. Okay, cool. So have just a quick practice over those. Pause this video and just quickly have a look and try and get the best way that you feel you can. Okay, and some of you are going to have quite small fingers, so that might be a struggle. Okay, but it's just about getting them to stretch. Alright, we're going to move on to the next chord now. Okay, so the next chord is a bit simpler, and the rest of the song is actually quite simple from here. So, where next chord is going to be pointy finger or middle finger, up to you, on the 2nd fret of the A string. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, we've got that note coming through nicely, depending on what finger you want to use. I'm going to use my middle finger. So, middle finger, 2nd fret, A string, and then our ring finger, or 3rd finger, or your little finger, depending on what you want to use, on the 2nd fret of the B string, and just check that that note's coming through nice and clear. Okay, so whatever finger you find more comfortable. I'm going to be using my middle finger on the A string and my ring finger on the B string. And together those sound like this. Okay, and again, going to be using thumb and finger. Okay, so together we've got 2 plucks there, okay, and then 2 plucks here. Okay, now the next chord follows really simply, okay. We're just going to literally lift up our middle finger and put it onto the 2nd fret of the E string. If you're using your 1st finger here, it's the same principle, just lifting it up, putting it on the E string. So we're going from this to this. Great. So again, really slowly and really simply, and with our plucking hand, so we're plucking A and B string twice, then our middle finger is going to go onto our E string, and our thumb is going to go with it. Okay, so it's going to go from here to here. Okay, so really simple. And then really simple again, just going to take our middle finger off. So we're just left with 2nd fret B string, and we're just going to do 2 strums on our thumb on the E string here, and then 2 strums on the B string. So we've got this. Okay, so we're going, take our middle finger off to the E string, okay? So again, middle finger off. So this finger stays exactly where it is, which makes it very easy, but also sometimes our finger can get quite sore when we're just holding it down in one place. So if it starts to get sore or painful, just take it off, give it a wriggle, give it a little bit of a rest, and then come back to it. Okay? And over time you'll build up tough bits on the end of your fingers, so you'll be able to do that easier. Okay, I'm just going to go over the song one more time in full speed just to show you our positions. Okay, so we've got okay, now let's focus on our plucking hand. So to start with, we're plucking from E string with our thumb and G string with our pointy finger. Okay, so we've got this technique. And then if we add our notes on, so 4th fret E string and 5th fret G string, let's just focus on our plucking hands for a second. We're going to have this sound. Now if you notice, I'm not strumming through the strings, I'm pulling away. Okay, what I find helps me is if I hook my pinky finger underneath this string at the bottom, it stops my hand from flying off, which can happen a lot when we're plucking. We put a lot of force in, and it's about finding the right amount of force, okay? Put too much force in, and our hand is going to jump away, okay? If we just get the force perfectly fine, our hand stays where it is. But to help, sometimes, if you've got longer hands, you can hook a finger underneath, and that just keeps your hand stuck on the guitar, yeah? Which is good. Or you can just rest your finger along the body of the guitar, yeah? And that just helps your hand remember to stay still. So we're strumming, or plucking even, our G string and our E string. Okay, then we're going to move to the next chord. So that would be 2nd fret A string and 2nd fret B string. So that looks like this. And our plucking hand is going to go from E string and G string, just going to drop it down a string to A string and B string. So we've gone from here, from the first chord, and then we're going to drop down like this. Okay, and then we're going to pluck those together twice. Okay, so we've gone from here, and then we're going to drop it down. Okay, great. And then really simply, for the rest of the song, our pointy finger stays on this B string. But our thumb is going to move. So we're going from here, so E and G, we're going to drop it down strings to A and B, and then our middle finger is going to go up to the 2nd fret of the E string, and our thumb is going to go with it. So we've got, and our thumb goes with it to the E string, and remember our pointy finger stays on this B string the whole time. The thumb goes with it, and then the exact same pattern again with our middle finger off. Okay, so those last 3 chords look like this. A and B, okay, E and B, okay, and then E and B again. Great. So let's go through those slowly together. So we've got 4th fret E string, 5th fret G string with our left hand, or if you're left-handed, it'll be your right hand, okay? And then our plucking hand, we've got thumb and finger on the E string and the G string. So whatever strings you're holding down here, okay, reciprocates to this hand. So G string, I'm going to follow that, and I'm plucking here, and then E string, going to follow that with my thumb, and then I'm plucking here, okay? So, first chord, E string and G string. Next chord, A string and B string. Again, I'm holding down this string, so I'm going to follow that, and I'm here, and then with my thumb, holding down this one, I'm going to follow that, and I'm here, okay? So we've got A and B, both on the 2nd fret, okay? And then again, our middle finger is going to go up to the E string. So again, we can follow that. We're on our E string, and our B string, we follow that. We're here, and then we let go. Okay, same again, so E and B, and then we let go, and we're still on E and B. Great, and then the song finishes on this chord. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the tab now at the bottom of the screen, and you can have a go at practicing, okay? Just remember to keep watching this video to go over some points if you've forgotten any, and if your hands start to hurt, give them a shake, okay? So let's just go through that really quickly. So here we are. Okay, if that was too fast, then you can just pause the video and look at the tab yourself. Okay, great. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.